Chapter 2, Many Protests. The Supreme Court ruled segregation illegal in 1954. Remember, segregation, we saw on the page before, was having something like different water fountains for different people based on the color of their skin, or having different schools for different people. Black activists led protests starting in 1955.
Protest.
A protest is some kind of complaint or objection or disapproval. When you show that you don't agree with something, you might find a way to protest, to go against it. Rosa Parks was one. She refused to give up her bus seat to a white man. Parks was arrested. After this, around 40,000 black people stopped riding the buses. Many walked instead. As a result, the court said buses must integrate.
Integrate.
Integrate is a form of uniting and bringing people together. Here it's an end to segregation, so instead of things being separate, all being together and everyone allowed to sit wherever they choose on the bus or use the same water fountain. Others led sit-ins at segregated places. Many were at restaurant lunch counters. Protesters sat. They wouldn't leave. These sit-ins began in Greensboro, North Carolina, but they spread. Lunch counters began serving black people. So you can see the counter, the sit-in is sitting there, which seems a little bit strange to us probably. What do you think? How would you feel to not be allowed somewhere? Would you protest? Why or why not? Malcolm X was a black leader. He spoke about black pride. He thought black people should defend themselves against violence. His ideas helped form the Black Panther Party. Members of this party kept their black neighborhoods safe. They gave food, they gave clothes too. We can see in the picture giving out clothes and a picture of Malcolm X himself. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led many protests. One was a march on Washington for jobs and freedom. It was on August 28, 1963. About 250,000 people marched. Dr. King gave his famous I Have a Dream speech. He spoke to his hopes. He wanted equal rights. He inspired many. You can see this is a picture, and it's the people that completely filled the space. Dr. King was later killed for his beliefs. Before his death, he faced many threats. He was arrested 29 times during protests. He kept protesting. Why do you think he did this? On March 7, 1965, black people marched in Alabama. Why? Black people were stopped from voting there. John Lewis was one leader. Hosea Williams was another. I think I pronounced it right. Hosea Williams was another. Marchers were hurt. People saw on TV. This led to more marches. Take a look. So right here, it looks really small on this map, but you can see where they marched. Dr. King led another march in Alabama. It was over 50 miles long. It took 5 days. Marchers had to stop and camp, see their route. So you can see here that they stopped a couple of times to make a camp, but they walked all the way.